Hello everyone, welcome to Helmer's Movie Mania Podcast. I'm your host Alex Helmer, bringing you more cinema-related content from CINEMAWARS segments to our classic movie reviews. We have everything on Helmer's Movie Mania Podcast. And today, like I stated before, we have another episode of Cinema Wars, where civility and manners are thrown out the window. It is not a conversation about film, nor is it a debate about film. It's a fight about film. Now today, I have 4 other guests besides myself, and we, like last time, will eliminate each individual guest one by one. Now let me get you over to our 4 people, but before we do that, let me just say, if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of all our latest cinema-related content. So let's get over to our 4 other competitors outside myself. Let's go.
Hey there, how's everyone? So I'm Big J from Unyolo. You can follow us on Instagram, Unyolo Movies blog, and here to try and do as well as we did last time.
Yes, you are the previous winner. Trying to make it 2 in a row now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go, Hunter.
I'm Hunter Friesen. I'm holding down the Midwest over here. Talk movies on 94.5 Cult Radio, and then member of the Iowa Film Critics Association. So I'm trying here to upset the champion.
Hi, well, my name is Banark. I am also from the Midwest, Hunter, and I am a film student at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and also a staff writer for CinemaSolace.com.
I'm Alex Holmes. I'm not in the Midwest. I'm from the East Coast, but going to be living on the West Coast for college, so kind of avoided that area. Sorry. But I'm also a writer for Clapper and a film major at Occidental.
All right. Now, before we get to the stream, we actually have a 6th guest and our last guest.
Hi, I'm Knoll. I go to Woodrow Wilson High School, and I am a big comic book and movie fan.
All right. So let's get over to our first topic. And you guys know the rules of CINEMAWARS. Basically, we are going to split this into what now? This is our biggest stream, actually. Our previous biggest stream was 5 individuals. Now it's 6. And so each round is going to be split up to a max of 5 minutes. And then each individual will be voted off by the group every round. The person obviously with the most votes will be eliminated. And then if there's a tie, then the individual or individuals who are out of the stream will decide the tie. I will bring the individual back into the stream if, again, they have to decide the tie. In the first round, if there is a tie, then I will be the deciding vote just because I am the host and I have more power than anyone else here. And in the last round, with 2 other individuals left, with 2 other people, the votes will come from all the people who have been eliminated. Again, Unyolo is our defending champion. He'll look to defend his crown. And then we have Hunter and Guy, who are new to the competition. Well, Hunter's been on the CINEMAWARS. Hunter and Guy both been on previous CINEMAWARS segments. However, they have not been on CINEMAWARS Elimination, which is a lot more competitive. So let's get over for our first topic, which should be a good one. It's going to be, what is the most disappointing film of 2020-2021? So let's go to Hunter first.
All right. Most disappointing film. I was originally my pick has got to be The Five Bloods, which is not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's very underwhelming because Spike Lee, he was on a roll. He had Chirac, he had Black Klansman, which is one of my favorite movies, and then this movie comes out in the middle of summer. It's quite
It's
the
like one
mess.
of Chadwick Boseman's last roles.
And yeah, he's great in it, but this is a pure Spike Lee joint. It is messy and messy and messy, better and worse. I thought there's a lot of things that worked, such as Delroy Lindo and Chadwick, and there's a lot of things that didn't work. That Spike Lee might be a thing.
All right, I have 2 for my disappointing movie of last year. They are Scoob and Borat subsequent movie film. Scoob, I will admit, just from looking at the trailers, it looks really good, and the animation looked awesome, and I was really hooked on it from that. But then saw the movie and it was not very good. It tried being a superhero origin story, and it ended up doing that and not end up being a classic Scooby-Doo episode, so to speak. And then Borat subsequent movie film, I think it brought the same thing as the first one did, but it felt watered down because it actually had a story this time around.
Borat subsequent movie film has to be on my list also. I definitely agree with what you said. It felt like they tried to like gave character arcs and stuff. But I mean, that's not what I'm looking for in a Borat movie. And it also just wasn't as funny as the first one.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite disappointing. And then the other one, obvious one, I guess, but it's Tenet. I guess I was pretty hyped for that one, and I saw it in the theater and everything. And it's not a bad movie. I still enjoyed it, but it's nowhere near the level of any other Christopher Nolan movie I've seen that had quite a few issues. I didn't, really completely understand it the first time, which isn't the biggest issue of all. But when you also have dialogue that I missed, and the action set pieces were good, but the characters were just so bland. And like Nolan doesn't traditionally have great characters, but they were even worse than usual in this one.
For me, I'm actually going to piggyback off that because mine is also Tenet. And I'm going to try to separate myself from you, Holmes, a bit because I like Tenet more than you. Everyone, keep that in mind when you vote. I like Tenet more than
I gave
Holmes.
it 7 out of 10.
I gave it an 8. I gave an 8 out of 10. So that's just keep away. But I was very disappointed in it. I actually really liked the first half of the film, and I thought I was really smart because I was able to deduce what was happening. I was able to understand it. And in the second half, I felt like it became too expository and then too confusing.
Yeah, they had one person tell you.
I was in the theater, and by the end of it, like everybody was just like groaning, and they're just like, "Oh, what the hell happened?" And I was one of those people, and I consider myself a pretty smart person. Like I'm able to deduce what's happening in most Nolan films, but this one I didn't. And then another one is Mank by David Fincher, one of my other favorite directors.
Whoa.
And I think Mank is a good movie. Again, I think it's a good movie around Tenet level, but it's not peak David Fincher. So, I mean, it's not. The writing wasn't as good, although it was more visually stunning than most of his films. I was kind of disappointed by it. Guy?
For me, it is Wonder Woman 1984. I was very much disappointed with this movie. This movie I was hyped about. Keep in mind, the last superhero movie we had was Spider-Man Far From Home, which was like 2 years ago. It's a very long time. So, and I've watched all the trailers for this movie. I've been very hyped. I was going to watch it on Christmas Day, which is the day before my birthday. And I was like really excited. And then I'm watching it. I'm like, what is this piece of shit? Like, I'm really trying to figure out what I'm watching on the screen. And even my family, like, you can tell they're smiling, and then it's slowly just disappearing. And there are some characters that invade other characters' bodies in a really weird way that no one feels comfortable about because there's no consent. It is just the weirdest movie of 2020. I don't care what anyone says. That movie is dog shit. All right, I'm good.
I think Wonder Woman 84 sparks a huge conversation, especially on social media, but for the wrong reasons, for the reasons you named. I remember I watched it with my dad, and we were both talking about how weird everything was in the movie before I knew that those things would become like kind of big talking points. Like, for example, of course, Steve Trevor.
Yeah, but it's also magic.
The millions of plot holes. I was just listing off plot. Like, I could have written an essay while watching the movie.
You could throw the whole movie in one plot hole, and it's called The Magic Rock, and it was stupid. Yeah. It just drove me nuts.
So my pick was gonna be for a long time. I was gonna pick Capone, just because I really like.
Oh, that's a good choice. That was horrible.
Yeah, I really like Josh. He did an awful job with Fantastic Four, but Chronicle is a really good movie. So I was hoping that it came at the comeback. Tom Hardy is amazing. So I was going to pick that one. That's one of our top. But the more I think about it, I had to pick Peninsula. Like the sequel to Train to Busan, that's one of the best horror movies ever made. And they just turned it into a Fast and the Furious with zombies. It's just it's if you take the name away, there's no one that's gonna guess that's any kind of sequel. So just because of that, just because they kind of wanted to milk the success that Fast and the Furious had by turning it into a spy action thing, it was something so different. It was really disappointed. So that and Capone would be my picks.
All right,
those are good choices.
That is going to be our first round. So now you know the drill. Everybody take however much time.
I'm already done.
I decide which individual you think should be eliminated. Cue the Jeopardy music. All right. So I went with Hunter for mine.
Yeah.
I really, really liked The Five Bloods. I thought it was a great movie. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Fine. Well, I didn't vote for myself, so how about that? I voted Helmer on that one because I really liked Mank, so I liked that one.
I also voted Hunter.
All right.
I will say that The Five Bloods is a mixed bag in my opinion.
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I mean, this is your first
Stack
time
it.
on and everything, but
Stack it. Stack
I
it.
wrote it down as soon as you said it. I didn't change it. I wrote it down immediately. I'm sorry. I mean, I love it. It's like in my top 5. So,
Guy.
Complete it.
I actually loved that performance by Chadwick Boseman. That's just like to me. So
All right.
That is the single most dominant elimination we've ever seen.
You guys just vote me because I'm right. And I
Hunter,
picked
any
bold.
last words?
Well, at the same time, when you said this will be our first category, I was like, shit, I'm out. I knew. I was like, this is going to be controversial. I was hoping this would be a later category, but I knew. Oh, no, that's fine.
it happened to me last time, too.
So he is gone, everybody. We don't have to worry about Hunter anymore, unless he comes back for the tie, in which case everybody here is going to be he's going to be in trouble. But let's go over to our next category, which is what film from 2020 to 2020 was extremely overlooked and underappreciated. I can go first with mine. And I'm actually going to, so my first pick is my favorite film from 2020, and that is Bad Education. Now, Bad Education is actually, it's a tremendous film. It was extremely overlooked. I think it's a TV movie, so I understand why it's not up for any of the awards, but I actually think it's better than most people think it is. I think the performances are great, and I think it's a crime movie, and it doesn't feel like a crime movie. Like, it takes place not in a dark alleyway, but in a school, and it's a crime movie, so I thought that was really, and then with characters who are really relatable, like characters who feel like real people, like they feel like people that I'd actually meet at high school, which I really appreciate. So that was one of my films. And then another one is The Little Things, which I saw like last week, and I actually thought it was really good. I thought the performances were great. I thought it was tense. I love the music.
Okay, so my first thought was The Way Back with Ben Affleck. I thought it was a movie that came in the beginning of the year, and that's probably why people kind of forget it. But Ben Affleck sometimes can get on my nerves. In that movie, he really felt like a genuine person. The story is good. It doesn't finish on a high like most of these Hollywood movies do.
Tyler?
I don't know how many of you guys have seen this, but I picked Wolfwalkers, and because it's I don't remember the name of the studio that made it, but so back in October I watched Secret of Kells, which is the same studio that made Wolfwalkers, for class, and I was blown away by it. And I watched Wolfwalkers, and I was like, same thing. And personally, that's probably my favorite anime movie of last year, and it's probably gonna get drowned out this award season because of Soul, and which I can see why. But I picked Wolfwalkers because it's really a really beautiful film.
All right, so I'm going to say the name of this one, and you're going to be like, what? Like, this doesn't make any sense. But then I'll explain, because the movie is much better than the name implies. It's called Shithouse, and it's actually an amazing film about the first-year college experience. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit biased because the writer-director, he's like 23 years old. He actually went to my school, and like there was a special screening, like a Q&A with him. Basically, it's about like this. It's based on his own experiences in college, like his first-year student who's kind of like a little bit lost and doesn't have many friends and that sort of thing. And it's just one of the most emotional movies of the year I've seen so far, but also one of the funniest at the same time. I just think nobody's seen it, and everyone should, because I don't know anyone who has seen it and doesn't like it.
Okay.
I picked Promising Young Woman, which is this movie came out recently. And I know if you've seen it,
underappreciated.
I feel like it is. I checked the box office, wasn't so great. I mean, nothing now, but that really didn't look very good. And to be honest, I do think it's underappreciated. You know, And I just think it's brilliant. I really think it's like in my opinion, one of the more well done movies of 2020, because there aren't a lot. And I just think it's clever. The advertising and the reviews are totally deceiving, in my opinion, because they make it out to be one thing when it's completely different, and it's just brilliant. It's empowering. I just think it's a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie. I just don't think it's unappreciated because, like, Carey Mulligan is at the moment, she's the main runner for the Oscar. If you go to the Gold Derby, she's the one that's on the top spot of being an Oscar winner in front of Viola Davis, Frances McDormand, Vanessa Kirby. So I think everyone's giving her a lot of, like, the box office. Not even Tenet did great in the box office. So box office now, it can't really be
that's
be
true.
seen
It
as that.
Okay, wait. Hopefully this doesn't kill me, but everyone should check out the Taylor Swift documentary. Actually, there are two. It's Americana. Okay, just hear me out. Okay, if you watch it, you'll gain a greater understanding. Miss Americana on Netflix, really good, but also Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions on Disney Plus. Just a really relaxing, captivating watch. Highly recommend it. If you don't like her music, watch the movie, and then you will like it.
Okay.
So just my quick pitch for Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Do you have somewhere to be? Do you have somewhere to be? Are you trying to sabotage yourself? Like, just say you need to go, but don't say that. Like,
I know. I really just shot myself in the foot right there.
oh God.
All right, so let's get over to the voting stage. Cue the Jeopardy music.
This was an easy pick until Alex talked.
No. Oh my God.
You know what? Holmes, I'll cut you some slack. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I should commend you for sticking up to that. So
Thank you. My bravery in the
I mean, I feel like Hunter was the bravest one here, and look where he is now. I don't think bravery is something we should be rewarded here.
This is a game. This is a game that you need to know where to shut up, and then in the end you can say everything.
The voting stage is over.
Okay.
All right. So I can get started. Sorry, Holmes. It was easy, but I gotta say, Taylor Swift documentary. I'm not gonna take that.
Nobody's seen it though. You guys haven't actually seen it.
I'm gonna stick with Guy just because I don't think Promising Young Woman is underrated at all, and it's an amazing movie. But everyone that I see talking about it is saying good things about it.
I'm gonna be honest. Before I reveal mine, I was gonna say Helmer because Bad Education is a TV movie, but I also picked Guy. Promising Young Woman is not underlooked or underappreciated. But it's one of the. I think it's one of the front runners right now for Best Picture. So,
yeah, I made a mistake.
All right, I went Helmer on this one. I kind of didn't like it. I like Bad Education. It was a good movie, but I don't think it's anywhere near one of the best. And I kind of had some issues with it.
Guy.
What is that? Is that fact? Yeah,
Holmes.
So Holmes. So that means we have a tie between Holmes and who was it? Wait, 2 for Holmes.
And Guy.
Holmes and Guy. So that means we bring back the old Hunter
Oh,
Friesen.
now you want me back.
I knew this would come back.
Now you want me back.
At least this time everyone voted for you, so you can't be upset with anyone.
Yeah.
Now you care.
Hunter, I think you're right. The Five Bloods, now that I rethink about it, not so good.
So Hunter, who do you think should be eliminated from there? So again, you heard what everyone said, right?
Okay, well, go with it. When we talk about overrated movies, a movie that's going to be nominated for Best Picture potentially doesn't really count. So I'm going to go voting with Guy on that one.
And thank you. And so, Guy, unfortunately, your time here has come to an end. It was a short stay, but do you have any final parting words that you wanted to say?
Goodbye.
Wow, very brief. I like it. So then there were 4 topic. So now we have one movie from 2020 to 2021 utterly pissed you off.
Oh boy.
All
Okay,
right.
so who's first?
Holmes, let's start with you.
Okay, so I don't know how this is going to go over because I don't even know if people have seen it. But my pick for this, and wait, because it might sound bad at first, but John Lewis, Good Trouble, which is a documentary about John Lewis. And the reason this movie pissed me off is because it's the same year, I mean, John Lewis was just an icon, one of the like activists in our whole country, in the past couple decades. And I think this movie just didn't do him justice at all. It felt like a documentary you would show like kids in school, but like the bad kind. It was like a PowerPoint presentation, like maybe a beefed up PowerPoint presentation, I guess. There are a lot of documentaries this year, including Miss Americana about Taylor Swift, that are much better.
Now I'm sure you need to be somewhere. Now I'm sure that you're not letting that go. Like,
I'm telling you, it's a really good documentary. It's on Netflix. Okay, it's only an hour and 25 minutes.
I don't know how a lot of you guys are gonna feel about mine, but I chose I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That movie made no sense and it made me so angry, and like the performance of everyone was just terrible. I mean, I love Toni Collette and Chase Pleasant. They were in it and they could not save it for their lives. That I didn't get anything from the story and why are his parents aging so much? Why is there a dance sequence in the middle of the movie? Why is the janitor naked and following a pig? Why is Jesse Plemons reciting the speech at the end of A Beautiful Mind? Like, what in the actual hell is going on? So I'm sorry. I hate this movie with a passion. So yeah, I'm going with I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
All right, I can go next because I was actually considering I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That was my runner-up, and I thought I couldn't hate a movie more because I did think it was extremely pretentious. But my pick, I watched a movie recently that I hated much more, and that's Malcolm and Marie. Oh my God, I hate this movie. I hate this movie so much. Sam Levinson, I didn't know his name before I saw this movie, but now he's my new nemesis. I hate this guy. He is so awful.
You got to give Euphoria a chance at least.
I will not see Euphoria.
It's probably better than Malcolm.
This guy is such a rich. He seems like such a rich, cocky white dude that just thinks he can say whatever the hell he wants. And this movie just gets because it feels like he just wrote an essay about contemporary film society and then inserted some slurs here and there. That's what this movie feels like. It felt like an
essay. Way different. You should watch it.
They didn't feel like real characters. They felt like stand-ins for his message. And the message, I created a film like this recently called The Director. Holmes is actually in it.
Oh yeah,
just like this. But the difference was mine was 3 minutes long. It was 2 hours. How can you make a movie 2 hours long and not have characters who feel human? Granted, my film, it was similar in terms of I wanted to say something. It did feel like kind of an essay. But again, mine was 3 minutes. I had no time for setup. His did. He had 2 hours. And the fact that this movie, it got me so angry. The performances by Zendaya and John David Washington are fine. The cinematography was actually really good. The score didn't fit the movie at all. But the script was so awful.
Okay, I was left to the end and I was worried that everyone was going to pick my movie and no one did, and I'm surprised. Like, the one that pissed me off and pissed everyone that paid $30 to watch it was Mulan. Mulan not only was an awful movie that destroyed the classic, he charged $30 to people to watch it.
That's why I didn't watch it. It was too much.
All your movies you complaining, you watch it on Netflix for free, okay? I paid $30 for watching Mulan. And then in the beginning, Mulan is the movie that I always showed my daughter to say, look, a woman can do everything that a man can. You can use your brain. It's empowering. It's like, they just turn it into a goddamn Jedi. She has powers that she's been hiding. And then all over a sudden, and then you have Jet Li in the end that seemed like the Emperor. And he fights better than everyone. Why are they saving him? He's just kicking everyone's. Mulan is not just the worst. It's like something that makes you think, I just paid $30 with this. And for the whole year, you're not going to pay any other movie because you're traumatized. It's going to be the same shit. And now I wanted to watch the new one that they have Ryan the Dragon. I'm thinking, oh no, you're not going to get me again. And so none of your movies traumatized you for life. So I'm picking Mulan.
Oh God. Okay.
This is a fun round, honestly. If I'm being honest. This is a
I
great round.
Pull something out of his hat there.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. I got one quick one. Okay, I don't know actually the general feeling on this one. So
Is it gonna be Taylor Swift again?
no. This one. Okay, the rhythm section by I forget her name, but Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Yeah, this movie bored the shit out of me. I saw it in theaters actually, like the beginning of the year. It was one of the most boring movies I've ever seen. If you would ask me what's going on, why it's going on, who the characters are, where they are, I couldn't tell you any of those things. It was so confusing, so bland. This really pissed me off. That one really did piss me off. I remember walking out of the theater being very pissed off. So
all right, so let's get to the voting stage. Let's get over to the voting stages.
So this was a hard round. I think everyone picked good things and argued well, but I'm gonna have to pick Tyler. Sorry.
I'm also gonna pick Tyler. This was not hard for me. Sorry, Tyler, but I'm thinking of anything. This was my number 2 movie of the year, so you kind of
And I'm gonna go Holmes on this one. Sorry, Holmes. I actually disagree with anyone. Here's just because the Taylor Swift thing.
I'm going with Holmes. I haven't seen any of the movies he brought up, and I was gonna vote Helmer, but he makes a good argument for Malcolm and Marie. So,
all right, I'm glad you're gone. All right.
No, it's a tie. It's a tie.
So let's bring back Hunter.
Woo!
And Guy. So
But having fun, guys.
Who do you think should be eliminated, Holmes or Tyler?
Well, I didn't see the John Lewis movie, but I saw Rhythm Section, and I really didn't care for that one. That movie I forgot the second I watched it. And I actually liked I'm Thinking of Anything. I could see what you were talking about, but I liked it. I liked what I was watching, so I'm voting for Tyler on that one.
Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah. Okay. This is tough, but I'm gonna go for Holmes because I was just very disappointed because I actually like those movies. Sorry.
Thank you. So now I am the deciding vote.
Damn it,
Holmes. I'm really sorry. We're gonna have to eliminate Tyler here.
Really? Oh wow. I'll take it. I mean,
Helmer, I gave you some props.
I knew you.
Now that Taylor Swift documentary thing. Now that's a bit sus to me. All right, but yeah, I will die on this hill that I'm Thinking of Ending Things is not only a movie that pissed me off last year, but one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. So I will leave on that.
Wow, he left with a fury. Okay, let's get over to our next topic. Out of the potential Oscars heavy hitters for this year, which one should take the win? And so I'm going to go The Five Bloods on this one. I think The Five Bloods is by far the best movie in contention for Best Picture specifically, mostly because the other movies are all just fine. Like, I've seen most of the other ones. I haven't seen The Father, I haven't seen Minari, and I haven't seen Nomadlands, but I've seen most of the other ones, and they're all just fine to me. Marnie's Back Bottom, fine. Promising Woman, fine. Mank is good, I guess. Charlie Chicago 7, also another movie that's good, but I don't think it's like amazing. I don't think it's picture quality. So Five Bloods, I think, is not an amazing film, but I think it's by far the best one. But if we were going for other films that probably won't get in but have a chance, is Sound of Metal would probably be my pick. I thought it was it was one of the best films of the year.
So I'm glad you said that because Sound of Metal is my pick. I think Sound of Metal is like one of the best movies of this year. And I still think he does have a shot because there's enough people behind it. I think the story is motivational. I think it's really well done. I think what they did with the sound is very groundbreaking. And then the other one going on the win of Parasite last year, I think Another Round has a good shot.
Those are both of my top 3 of the year. Yeah.
Another Round has a really good shot, of being another movie that's going to surprise because it's a very hard movie to make. Like the subject is not an easy one to talk about without being degrading to people that are alcoholics. And so I think they did it really well, how they balance it, the comedy with the serious, with the message. So I would pick those two movies.
Holmes?
Yeah, so I would go. I'd agree that Five Bloods is probably up there, but I would pick, just to not pick the same one. I think I like it slightly more. I'd pick Promising Young Woman, and I'm not going to earn Helmer's vote for this one, maybe, but I saw it twice. I did think it's one of the best movies of the year. I just thought the way they tackled the themes was so unique and innovative, and you don't actually see like those same themes conveyed in the same way. I thought it was going to be like one of those, movie like preachy movies, but it was definitely not that. Her character is just, at least when I watched it the second time, I really was able to follow her arc a lot better. And
I wouldn't disagree there. She didn't have that much of an arc.
I think she did. I think the first time I will say I found the movie, like, I liked it a little bit. I mean, I still loved it the first time, but it was a little bit messy, hard to put together. But the second time I saw how her entire arc about like her getting hung up on the trauma that she experienced earlier, and her trying to get past that, and like the title of the movie is about like she was a promising young woman until this thing happened. And then also just quickly wanted to mention, it's not going to get a Best Picture nom, but I wish it would. And it's Soul, which I thought was the best movie of the year, hands down. It just made me feel the most, and it was the perfect 2020 movie. I think like it's so life affirming. And
all right, so that's going to do it for this round. So let's get to the voting stage. Cue the Jeopardy music.
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. I can go first. Holmes, sorry, it's gonna be another.
I know.
I really agree with Unyolo's picks, but I have a feeling this is gonna.
I mean, this is really hard because I agreed with everybody. There wasn't any movie I was like, I disagreed with. I guess I went Unyolo just because I like the Five Bloods more than Sound of Metal, but like that's like very flimsy reasoning. I don't know. I don't have good reason.
Well, I had to go with Holmes because I think Promising Young Woman is a great movie. I just felt the ending was a bit rushed. I think if we had an extra 10 minutes probably in the end, we probably could see a little bit more of that arc that you're talking about.
But Holmes, unfortunately, gonna have to be leaving us.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't gonna get this far. There was no chance.
Since the Taylor Swift, you knew his destiny.
I got farther than last time. I didn't make it past round 1, so I'm doing much better. So I'm
All right. So Holmes has been eliminated, which takes me one more step to victory against the defending champion Unyolo. But here we go. Let's go to last question. What is the most overrated performance of 2020, 2021? So I can get started here. So I have a couple I wanted to bring up. One, Amanda Seyfried in Mank. And I just didn't understand it at all. I mean, I didn't think she did that much. I don't think her character was that enthusiastic and fun as she was supposed to be. And then another one, Sacha Baron Cohen, and I'm just gonna say the entire cast of Trial, the Chicago 7.
Okay, so let's start by saying you completely disagree with Chadwick. I think the performances he gave this, like, look, if there's something we learned with Silence of the Lambs is it doesn't matter how long you are on screen. You might be just a little bit there and you steal the whole movie. And I think Chadwick did that almost in both of them. What we're going to have a problem here is that I completely agree with you with Amanda Seyfried. I cannot understand the whole buzz going around because on the other end, I don't know how long she's on screen, but I completely kind of forget her character. There's nothing. If I ask people that are all like praising her, and if I tell her, okay, tell me that moment that she blew you away, I'll bet you that people don't even remember. The only thing I remember is she's on a dinner table with a funny outfit that I just think, why the hell, what happened here? But Jared Leto in Little Things getting an Oscar buzz. I don't get it.
And then one more name I want to throw out, Zendaya. Everybody's like, oh my God, Zendaya. She's not that good. I'm sorry. What?
Oh
She's
my God, you keep digging your own hole. Keep digging your own hole.
Everybody says she's so good. She's not. It's like,
have you watched Euphoria? No,
and I don't watch
Euphoria. Look, No, watch Euphoria. Like, she's an amazing actress.
And then, okay, I'll just stop there. I'll
Yeah, you better stop there now. That's worse than the Taylor Swift thing.
All right, so now everybody who's been eliminated, please write down the name of the individual you think should be eliminated from the competition. All right, so let's bring back the dead. I haven't seen some of these people in a long time. Oh, Guy, I remember you.
Yeah. I regret my choice in round 2. I just looked at the internet and I'm like, shit.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Well, I didn't even have to cross your name out because I voted for your first round.
Yeah.
You get to do this. Just keep it on the paper.
Guy.
I'm so sorry.
Oh boy.
Not to jump on the train, but the two things, the Zendaya thing, you can't say Zendaya's bad without having watched Euphoria. And then also the Chadwick Boseman thing, I thought he was amazing to Five Bloods and Ma Rainey's Black.
I think the only reason why Boseman's getting attention for Defy Blood is because he passed away. But I do think that he deserves the win for Ma Rainey. But you know how saying goes, revenge is sweet, and I'm going with. And that Zendaya comment was not helpful either. So, sis, Helmer.
All right. So yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave you guys. I don't know what I should say. I'm happy I got this far, and I'm happy I got my Malcolm and Marie rant out of the way because I needed to talk about that.
No, like, just want to thank everyone. It was loads of fun, and I'll be back again to defend my title.
All right, now let's bring back everyone else. I cannot believe you've won 2 times in a row.
Wow, yeah, really the reigning champion. Yeah.
Thanks.
I tried to eliminate you with the Wonder Woman thing, but you just wouldn't.
That's why I'm saying you need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. I knew if I defended Wonder Woman, that would be my downfall for the rest of the thing. So now that I won, I can say I really liked Wonder Woman.
So now let's go over. Unyolo, where can everyone find you?
So yeah, you can find us on Instagram mainly, Unyolo Movie Blogs. We do a lot of reviews and just talk about it's me and my daughter. We live in different countries, so we use this account to share our love for movies with each other and with everyone else. So you can follow us there. That's mainly where we are.
Okay, even though I didn't win, I'll take my crown as the people's champion. I think the people are rallying around the Todd Bloods. Or not. Who knows? I might be digging deeper. But you can catch me at 94.5 FM radio. Just look it up online. Mondays, Wednesdays, 1 to 2 o'clock. Talk about movies and all that. And then also on the northerniowan.com, the newspaper, and on Letterboxd, my name, just with an underscore between first and last name.
You can find me on Instagram at Banark, spelled TYBANARK, reviews movies. You can find me on Letterboxd at Banark Movies, and don't forget to check out cinemasolace.com.
You can find me at addict_LegoFigs, where I post a lot of photos of figures I've made, and then also I talk comics, and you can write to me and talk comics with me. So yeah.
Holmes?
You can find me on Letterboxd at AJKH34 or my name here, and also clapperltd.co.uk. You can find my work there as well as a lot of other great features and reviews.
All right, and as always, you can find me on Letterboxd, and then you can follow us on Instagram. Please do that if you haven't already. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of all our latest sim-related content. Ciao.